Tunisians have been at the center of these protests. They have threatened to continue their demonstrations until their demands are met. The capital, Tbilisi, has seen days of large rallies prompted by a proposed foreign influence bill. If adopted, the new law would require all media and NGOs receiving 20% of their funding from abroad to register as agents of foreign influence. The protesters are calling on their government to withdraw the bill.
Bouazizi became a martyr who inspired others who were suffering from unemployment at the hands of a corrupt government. His death sparked a Tunisian revolution in which protesters armed themselves not only with signs but with cell phones, allowing the protests to spread at social media speed. On January 11th, a week after Bouazizi's death, Tunisia's government fell apart and the disgraced president Ben Ali fled the country.
These are the scenes that triggered the breakup of Ukraine, scenes that have brought the world to the brink of a new Cold War. Unarmed protesters gunned down in the streets by the riot police who were retreating from Kiev's Maidan Square. By the end of the day, more than 50 people were dead, including 3 policemen.
Street protests in Iran over the death of a woman in custody have spread to more towns and cities. Mahsa Amini's family claim she was attacked after being arrested by the morality police.
Relationships we were just discussing, again, are playing out at the ambassadorial level, at the embassy level. One of our great comparative advantages as the United States is that we have these large teams at our missions constituted largely of citizens of the countries in which we work. So in Vietnam, that's hundreds of Vietnamese who work for the U.S. government in pursuit of development. And that is something we offer
to the Assad regime, Russia, and Iran. Your forces and proxies are carrying out these crimes. Your barrel bombs and mortars and airstrikes have allowed the militia in Aleppo to encircle tens of thousands of civilians in your ever-tightening noose. It is your noose. 3 member states of the UN contributing to a noose around civilians.
Purchase your track today.
The ousted president is wanted for mass murder and on the run in the south, probably Crimea, seen leaving a private house there. And Ukraine is still on the streets, watching a new government form, mourning the dead and enjoying a strange period when the people are the only real power around.
Prosecutors in Peru have charged the ousted left-wing president Pedro Castillo with rebellion for breaking the constitutional order. It comes hours after Mr. Castillo tried to dissolve Congress. He was then impeached. His former vice president Dina Boluarte has been sworn in as Peru's new head of state. Our South America correspondent Katie Watson reports.
This is a country used to political turbulence, but the day's events in Peru have just turbocharged the chaos. It started out like this.
The temporary dissolution of Congress and an exceptional emergency government, new elections will be called as soon as possible for a new Congress to draw up a new constitution with a maximum period of 9 months.
The president made the announcement shortly before Congress was due to debate its third impeachment motion against him since he came to power last year. A former teacher turned leftist leader, Mr. Castillo promised to redistribute wealth in this unequal country, but has since been accused of involvement in corruption scandals. Was this...
Leave the window open, move on. Leave the window open, move on. Leave the window open, move on.
Have been at the center of these protests. They have threatened to continue their demonstrations until their demands are met. The capital, Tbilisi, has seen days of large rallies prompted by a proposed foreign influence bill. If adopted, the new law would require all media and NGOs receiving 20% of their funding from abroad to register as agents of foreign influence. The protesters are calling on their government to withdraw the bill and release all those recently detained.
The stakes are much higher than just my NGO or all of the NGOs combined. The stakes are so high that it means that this law will draw a new dividing line between the Russian world and the free world. And this line will keep Georgia on the Russian side of that wall.
Supporters